Hey guys, I'm still learning how to work my new phone, so hopefully this is working with the front camera. So I'm here in the happiest fan-related place on earth. We just finished up the spring group trip a few hours ago, about 3 hours ago actually, and I've been cleaning up and putting stuff away and just resting before I get on the highway because you guys tire me out. You know, we usually stay here pretty late the night before getting ready, and then we get up early and we come over here, and it's so exciting all day. And you know, I'm always running all over the facility, so I'm pretty tired before my drive back. I wish I didn't have to work on Sundays and I would spend the night in Indiana. Yeah, so I'm just resting a little bit, and I'm gonna hit the road as soon as I'm done putting the videos up of the Tom stories. So you should definitely keep an eye out for those. Tom has been telling some amazing stories today. I blamed it on whatever he took to overcome jet lag since he just got in from China, but I think he was just feeling like sharing today. And there's a great story about the origins of Fanimation. There's a great story about Hunter buying Casablanca and about K63 and K55 motors, and he's just doing some talking, and it's really cool for all the fan collectors. So I want to tell you guys, we actually have already picked the summer group trip date. I think the habit we're going to get into is announcing the date for the next trip as soon as we're done with the last one. Like, we'll try to pick it before so that I can announce it the very day, or even tell people when they're here, so you don't have to wait. But I also don't want to announce all of them at the beginning of the year because that's too hard to plan that far in advance. And then also I don't want to have to think about people being like, okay, so I know where the summer trip date is and I can make that one, so I'm not going to come on the spring trip. I want to make sure you come on as many as you can. So if I make the spring one, you're like, okay, I don't know if I can make the summer trip because I don't know about it yet, but I'm definitely going to come in the spring one, then you can come in the summer one too. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm pretty tired. So, summer trip, July 8th. Be about the same format as we've been doing. So something different happened this time that's never happened before, which is that they had a whole bunch of extra orders to fill, so a lot of the Fanimation employees got called into work on a Saturday. I guess it's not surprising that hasn't happened before. We've only done one Saturday trip before. So the downside to that is that we then can't go in the lab or the bullpen just like we would be able to do on a weekday. You know, that's it's still better for Fanimation because there's less employees here than there'd be on a weekday, so it's a little bit less of a disruption. Still. So that could happen again. If you know, I can't guarantee it, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We had the fan Overstock giveaway this time. I don't know if that'll ever happen again. I don't count on it, because what had happened was there had been some fans that had been sitting here for, I think, years, because I remember seeing them sitting here since they rearranged the warehouse, which I think was in 2015. So these fans had been sitting, obviously not all of them sitting because there were some new models, but these fans had been sitting on this pallet for just, you know, forever. And so I overheard them saying they were going to just start scrapping them. And I was talking to Kim, and I was like, hey, can we do a giveaway? And, you know, you give a donation to the museum, and you get to pick a fan, and, you know, then if there's extras left over, you get to pick more fans. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of people went home with Fanimation products. Again, you don't know what you're going to get. Could be broken, could be incomplete, could be perfect. But it was really cool. So the only way that'll happen again is if they get another backlog of returns in Overstock. And I will ask before the next group and just see, but don't count on it. It's probably not going to happen again anytime soon, if ever. You know, I think it was just one of those things. But I know for a fact that the summer trip is going to be amazing because we've had a lot of people that are saying they only come in the summer because that's the only time they can get up here. And those are the people that come in and sell a lot of fans in the parking lot. We actually had more fans for sale today than people bought. There was a lot of good stuff left behind. There was some Emerson Turn of the Centuries that nobody bought. There were some originals that nobody bought. There were some Casablancas that nobody bought. And this is all like reasonably priced. We're not talking like, you know, eBay prices or even what I would sell and ship a fan for. I'm talking about originals for $50. Casablancas, IntelliTouch Casablancas for $40. Emerson Turn of the Centuries and stuff for $20. Some of that stuff got left behind. Free fans got left behind. There were some portable fans, Lakewoods and Galaxies and all that kind of stuff that people brought, and they said, I just want to get rid of this, and nobody took it, you know? And they're like, well, I guess I got to take it back home. But they were willing to give it away because there was so much stuff, and then everybody got given Fanimation stuff, and you know, I mean, it's I mean, you guys, if you missed on this one, you missed out because you could have walked away with so many fans. But I know summer's going to be insane. I already have people telling me, oh, we're coming in the summer, blah, blah, blah. I'm bringing this, blah, blah, blah. I know the Florida delegation is coming in the summer, and they came last summer, and it'll be great to see them again. I think the New England delegation is finally going to come in completion. We've had 2 of the 3 primary New England fan collectors. There's a good half dozen at least New England fan collectors, but there's 3 that everybody knows, and 2 of them have been to Fanimation already, and the 3rd hasn't. So I think we're getting all 3, which would be great because those are all awesome guys. We had our first girl this time around. We had a family with 3 kids, ages I think like 4 to 7 or 5 to 7, and the girl was the oldest. And all 3 were, you know, into fans. I think the middle boy, I don't know if he was the middle boy or the youngest boy, but one of the boys was the main ones into fans, and the other boy was into fans a little bit, and they didn't think the girl was into them at all. And the girl was like hype, trying to take gyros home and stuff. So, you know, it's, you know, they'll be back in the summer. Hopefully my wife and daughter will be in the summer. They usually come on the summer trip. There's just going to be some excitement. And so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody July 8th. Now, I had promised to have a bunch of surprises in time for this trip, and then I've already talked about how because of moving and because of gigging and other stuff, I just didn't have time to do the work. If I can't do that work the week before the summer trip either, because if my wife and daughter are coming, then I can't come a week early, plus I want to spend that time with my daughter. If I can find a week between now and then to come up here and work, I'll have some new stuff powered up or put up or whatever we're going to do. I don't want to spoil the surprises. We got a plan in place of what we're going to do next. It's you know, it's going to be dependent on whether or not I can find a week. And then of course Tom's got to be available that week too. Even if he's not here, he's got to be available, you know. So, you know, I can come here and work without him being here, but I at least need, you know, if he's inaccessible, then that's not going to work. So we'll see. You know, for this time around, I always want to make sure there's something new for every group trip. So if you come before, you still get to see something new. This was what you got here. You got to see the PDR updated display, which is really awesome. So if I can't get here and work for a week, then I don't know what the new thing to see will be on the summer trip was. You know, there'll be something because there's always something. Stuff changes here every week. But I don't know yet. So I don't want to make any promises. I can't promise, oh yeah, there'll be new surprises in the upstairs museum. There'll be new surprises in the downstairs museum. There'll be new surprises in the office. I don't know. But there will probably be something. And if I have time here to come and work, then there'll definitely be some changes in the upstairs and downstairs museums. What else? I think that covers everything. So feel free to start putting your RSVPs in for July 8th. I'll start marking people down already. I think I talked in a video. I can't remember. I know I sent out an email. We had some problems on the last group trip where some things happened that shouldn't have happened. We had some kids sneak away and film in areas they shouldn't have filmed and go through desks, and we had some adults sneak away and do some things they shouldn't do and be in some areas and look in some areas they shouldn't be in. And so we had to tighten up security this time because it was either that or not have these anymore. And, you know, we don't want to get to that point. And I haven't really talked to Tom or anybody else since today. Tom, I talked to him a little bit before he left, but I think it went really well. So we'll still have tighter security for the summer trip, especially it'll be a huge group, I'm sure. But I think everything went really well. I don't think we had any problems today. And my repeat visitors, who come every time, my Metal Pete's and my Mark Wilsons and my Andrew Goulds, and my repeating parents, like my Connor's dad, Jeff's, and Brian's mom, Victoria, and just people that are always here, were a big help today and need to continue to be a big help in the future, just making sure that we keep things tight. Everybody stays in the areas we're supposed to be in when we're in them. Nobody wanders off and goes places they're not supposed to go, etc. So, yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to finish getting these Tom stories up, and then I'm going to hit the road back and probably not do a vlog on the way back. I don't know why I would, unless I stop at a rest stop and there's fans that I haven't seen before. Yeah. So, July 8th, it's going to be huge as always, you know. Great things happen at Fanimation. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thanks for watching.